are short. Now, let's practice identifying vowels and finding the consonants that rhyme.
Get an onyx in a raid. But Patrick just got his flu shot, so he's the first person in his family to get his done. I'm getting mine hopefully at my doctor's appointment on October 2nd, as long as their office has it.
And stop hatching eggs.
And eggs hatching.
Eggs matching.
And now we gotta get on the road to see how Nanny's doing with the kids.
But what am
I got an interesting video of Tessie and her constant climbing and jumping. You just can't stop her. We've replenished our slime supply at Dollar Tree, and now we are headed over to McDonald's to get Patrick the McFlurry I promised him when he got his flu shot, and then we will be headed home to relieve Nanny of watching the kids and to get started on school for the day. It's just going to be a long day today. Sadie's got her whoopee cushion. Maggie's got her slime.
You looking for your coat or anything? Tessie put your coat and Sadie's coat in there.
I'm the crowd. I might as well go too.
Wait. Oh my gosh, so here are the sensory toys. Here's all Maggie's slime, some puzzles, and some paints, and I really need to get everything organized. I also need to do school with the boys. Sadie just left to go over to my mom's house because she's done with everything. James got locked out of school. It said it was a non-acceptable use for his account, which is ridiculous because I sit next to him for every moment that he is using my computer because he's 5. They think that it was probably a mistake because he was enrolled online and a computer glitch, but he has been locked out of school all day yesterday. Patrick had to watch 35 minutes in video on short and long syllables, I believe is what they were called, which was something I don't even remember ever learning in school. It was the most boring thing I've ever watched in my entire life. So yeah, now back to that. We made it to Patrick's appointment today. We picked up paperwork to sign over forms so that everyone can get all the information that they need for Tessie and Maggie so that they can finally have review of existing documents, data, so that someday they'll have IEPs. And I'd like everyone to know that I asked about these in February. And in February it felt very early, but what happened? COVID, March, school closed the 15th. Now here we are, creeping up on October, and we still don't have an IEP. And James, I think that what happened, so the school, I got an email from James's teacher saying she thought he was back in on the online schoolings thing. And James is like my one kid that really wants to do school because James is like, I don't even know. James loves school. Kindergarten is very easy for James. I was just thinking of how 2 years ago they were trying to convince me that James was not ready for K Club, and how this year I'm thinking that James is probably ready for first grade with Patrick. Not that we would put him in first grade, obviously. So James is zipping along, but he is blocked from, it says that the program administrator has blocked him from the program, and I think that what happened is that when we unenrolled Maggie from school, because it was crazy trying to do 4th grade for Maggie without an IEP, and one wasn't coming in anytime soon. Basically, when we went in for Maggie's read meeting, they said that they couldn't test her without her being medicated. They didn't think they could test her accurately without her being medicated. Her doctor doesn't want to medicate her until they had more until she had more of a chance to do school. She was thinking 3 months, minimum 1 month. I felt very caught in the middle. I did call her doctor. She does have an appointment next week, but I just felt like we couldn't do it anymore. Like she was getting so burnt out, and like it was going to ruin school for her. And I was coming up with a lot of like mermaid slides and planet slides of schoolwork because I'm computer savvy and because here I am all day doing Google Classroom, looking at this kindergarten curriculum and this first grade curriculum and a preschool curriculum and a fourth grade curriculum and even Sadie's sixth grade curriculum on Google Slides and on Google Classroom and on Seesaw. And so I just kind of took everything I knew and had learned over the last month, which, let's face it, is about how much I guess everyone else had all summer. But I took everything I knew and I threw it on Google Slides. And I started making Maggie her own basic curriculum. I guess you guys a lot of you have already seen that. So, and anyways, what they do for science anyway is like, my mind is mush right now, people. Is it mystery, Doug? Anyways, so we're doing the same science stuff they do. No one ever really has social studies, so we've just been watching like social studies. We've been watching history videos of like prehistory stuff, ancient history stuff, because I'd like her to start there anyways. I used to read a lot of classic homeschooling books, so we're starting there. I like the Story of the World program, and we're doing a lot of Starfall too. Starfall. I renewed our Starfall subscription, so we're doing a lot of Starfall math games, a lot of Starfall reading program, and practicing writing. Oh my gosh, I feel like we've made more progress on her handwriting and her fine motor than in the previous 7 years. What? That's Maggie in a nutshell. Anyways, I really got distracted there. My ADHD is not good right now. I think it's the stress. And I'm not really losing my mind. It is month 6 of us basically only leaving the house very rarely and only for short periods of time. And I've heard that this is the hardest part of any long-term thing like this, and also seeing other people like go about like nothing's going on and like nothing has happened is a little bit weird and hard psychologically. I feel like in the beginning I handled this very well, and it was like actually very relaxing. I mean, other than like knowing that the pandemic and that was bad, but this really has been the hardest part of it psychologically in terms of like day-to-day life. I guess also because it's like school right now for us goes on from 8 to like 5, and so that is also hard, along with cooking and cleaning and all the other things I'm supposed to do, which is why video quality is also, I know that. I am working on that. I think I just need to balance this new normal, and once we get into a rhythm, things will be much better here. Bubble guppies, I can hear bubble guppies. I'm not sure if you can. Hopefully you can't. I was talking about something else though. Completely lost my train of thought. This is how actually talking with me is in real life. My mind just... Maggie was not who we were. Oh, but James. So James, I believe that when they disenrolled Maggie from school, that maybe they accidentally also disenrolled James from school. Like maybe whoever was doing it thought, oh, this family must be moving or something, and disenrolled James too. So James, let's see, have we got an email from the school? I doubt we have. They said they talked to the tech person. He now hasn't been in school for 2 days, and we've just been getting emails back and forth like, is he in school? No, he's still not. He's just waiting. Silent scream. Nope. So the appointment for Patch was about ADHD meds. They're taking him off them for a month to see if it's making his anxiety worse. His doctor feels like it's not. He feels like school is what's making his anxiety worse, because his anxiety is only worse during school. The rest of the time it's just normal, everyday anxiety. Patrick did tell the doctor he felt like his schoolwork was much, much easier, except that it got harder towards the end of schoolwork. like it was wearing off. So that's where we are. His anxiety is very, very, very high while he's doing schoolwork, which is the same as it was from the time he was 3 and started preschool. High anxiety at school. They're 3-year-old, 4-year-old, kindergarten, 1st grade. As a mom with anxiety, I just feel really bad. That's kind of where we are today. Anyways, I'm not going to make this into a sit-down video because it's not supposed to be a sit-down video. Back to the day. I'm not sure anything else exciting is going to happen. It's just kind of a chill day right now, and I'm really tired. So this might be the end, but maybe it's not. I guess we'll see. Will anything else happen? Is life so boring right now? I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to be music, or is there actually more to this day?